Steve Kemper, UCN Live, here with Joel Diaz, trainer of Timothy Bradley, on June 27th. Fights for the vacant WBO title against Jessie Vargas. Interesting situation. Roy Jones showed up to the press conference. He's not showing up to the fight. Eric Morales has been called out of the bullpen. Do you think that signals a shift philosophically in the way Jessie Vargas is going to fight Tim Bradley?
Definitely. I just think that there was some issues there with Roy and Jessie, or I just think that Roy didn't want a part of this because he knows Tim really well. I mean, he's been there most of the time when Tim fought on HBO. He knows Bradley really well. But bringing in a Mexican fighter like Eric Morales, it's good. But I mean, I just don't think that Eric Morales has the experience as a trainer to handle a fight at this level.
I do find that interesting. I never thought Eric Morales would ever be a trainer. I always thought he'd just walk away from the sport. You know this from being a fighter. A great fighter does not necessarily guarantee being a great trainer.
No. I mean, no, but yes. I mean, if you want to be a trainer, you got to dedicate many, many years in the sport as a trainer, because you run into different situations every day, and it's like everything. Experience. You got to have the experience to deal with fights and work in that corner. It's not just anybody can hold a pair of mitts. Anybody can go out there and hold a pair of mitts and you can punch at it. But not anybody can correct you. Not anybody can make the right decision at the right time. I mean, make adjustments. I mean, it takes a lot to work in that corner as a trainer. It's not just get in there and fight and throw a jab and throw a 1-2. It's not. You got to make adjustments through the whole fight. Every second of the fight, you got to make adjustments. And when the fights get tough in there, you got to learn how to compose yourself and make the right or wrong decision. You only have a split second to make that decision.
I think we're all kind of expecting a more aggressive Jessie Vargas. Do you think that goes right into the wheelhouse of what Timothy Bradley wants?
Of course. I mean, it benefits us. We want Jessie to come. We want Jessie to come get us. Because that's exactly what Eric Morales is going to try to do. I know Eric. Eric's going to try to push Jessie into coming to get Bradley, but he's going to run into some problems. Timothy's experience and his confidence level is extremely high. I mean, he went the distance with Manny Pacquiao twice. I mean, Manny Pacquiao's explosive, heavy hitter. I mean, I just think that's the reason why a lot of fighters can't stand Manny Pacquiao, because he always brings in that high intensity in the fight. That's why I think Timothy's had his injuries on his legs, because and it's not his training, and it's not anything he eats, his nutrition, anything. It's just that high intensity of fight that Manny Pacquiao brings.
Looking at Tim Bradley, he's done this for a while, very accomplished. The one fear that I would have is the odometer. You know, every fighter ages. Every fight takes something out of you. Is there the concern now that he's at the stage that Tim Bradley may be going backwards physically based on the wear and tear?
You know what? Timothy takes care of himself really well. When he's not training, his lifestyle is very different from a lot of other fighters. I mean, I just think the wear and tear comes from your lifestyle outside the sport. You see all those drinkers, smokers, you know, they age faster. Tim doesn't do none of that. Tim doesn't drink, doesn't smoke. He always stays healthy. He's always eating healthy. He's very cautious with what he eats. And I think it plays a big factor. It can give you more lifetime in the sport. I've seen a lot of fighters that great fighters, and they age fast because of their lifestyle outside the sport. And the reason why Tim stays young in the sport is because he keeps it clean in his life.
How many more quality years do you think he has left in him?
Honestly, I think pushing 3. Right. I think three more years, and then that's it.
Final question. He actually said to me in there, he would like to go up to 54 and then up to 60. Now, Tim was a quality 140-pounder, best in the world.
Punch him on the head?
Yeah, that's my other question. Do you think he's big enough at his size to actually go up that much?
No, not 60. I think he can handle a 154. He's a small fight. He's a small guy for 154. But I think he can deal 154 but depends on your opponent as well. Depends on your fighters. You know, there's fighters at 154 that not as fast. You know, they're strong, but they don't have the fast hands. You know, But I think 160, he's pushing it too much. He's like, he comes to the gym and I tell him, hey, I got you some. He goes, I don't care, coach. I brought this guy. Bring Klitschko. Bring this guy. I go, no. That's your mentality, but that's not what I'm bringing, you know. And that's the mentality of a fighter. But no. I think, we might give it a try at 154, but 60. No, that's not. It's never gonna happen.
Okay, so we could table the Golovkin talk right now here and there. That's it. All right, Joel Diaz is joining us. His fighter June 27th. Tim Bradley takes on Jessie Vargas on HBO. This is Steve Kim for UCN Live.